We have heard mention that there are a whole series of underground tunnels.
That's correct.
And that they go all over the planet, essentially.
Those which go in other parts of the planet are probably not built by us, they're just being used. They're reconnected, so to speak. The tunnels have been utilized by us, they were already there. And much of the system which started to be built in 1959 by the various contracting organizations to the military was for the underground tunnel system, communication system, as connected with the bases they were building for the aliens. Now, there are other tunnels which have existed for a long period of time, and there are other cities underground which have existed for a very long period of time. They may well have been interconnected.
Now, Al, you've been actually in this underground subway. We'll just
Yes.
call it a subway. Can you describe for our listeners what this subway looks like? Do you have memories of that?
Yeah, there were standard platforms where you went in. Once you got into the system, there was no problem. You could go anywhere, but the thing was you had to be cleared to get to it, and you had to get far enough underground because the entrances were not on the surface.
Right, but physically, what did the apparatus, the vehicles look like? Did it look like just a regular subway?
No, they're highly streamlined. The best comparison I could give is the pictures that have been shown of the Japan's bullet train. They were built very much like that, highly streamlined.
Were they spacious, comfortable?
They were comfortable, they weren't spacious, no. Because of the fact that the total bore size was 14 feet in diameter, the train had to fit in that. Had to be suspended over the tracks because it wasn't driven by wheels, it was magnetic levitation.
It was only 14 feet in diameter?
That's right.
So that's...
The train was fairly small.
If you had claustrophobia, that would not be good.
Very
So
true.
that's actually smaller than an airplane then.
Well, that all came about because of the boring equipment
Yes.
that was built.
Originally. The later borings are much bigger. The Russians built bigger ones. We've built bigger ones since because the nuclear boring machine, there's no limit to the size you can build it, and there have been tunnels bored 40 and 50 feet in diameter.
Okay. How about you, Larry? Have you ever been in any of these underground subways?
Not on the subway per se. I've seen it, didn't get on it, but I've been in a few of the cities.
A few of the cities.
Yes, there's whole cities. that are
Underground?
Underground, yes.
What do they look like?
They're some. It depends on where you're at. Some are rather small, like the size of, say, a large office building. Like tunneled inside of the side of a mountain. Some get into huge expanses of